What is going on, guys? It is your boy CJ and I'm back in with another H1Z1 Ps4 video. So a lot of you guys have asked me to make this video. This is a long overdue video. Basically, this video will teach you guys how to get higher kill wins, how to just become a better player in general, whether you are new to the game and just want to be better, want to learn some stuff that you might not know, or just a seasoned player who wants to get higher kill wins or just has trouble finding people and stuff like that. So that's what this video will be about, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Remember that I am doing a PSN gift card giveaway and giving away some battle pass and stuff like that for you newer players who want to get those skins and emotes and all that stuff. So make sure to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe with those post notifications on so you can be entered in that giveaway I do pick out of my comment section, and I will be announcing those winners next week. So without further ado, let's talk about it. Now the first thing I'm going to talk about is landing. Now a lot of people, as soon as they get off, they just drop down, they get down as fast as possible so they can get their car or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's a battle royale and it makes sense, it's logical. But if you're going for a high kill game and you just drop down and not even take account to where people are, you're gonna have a problem finding people. And finding people at the start is very, very important for going for a high kill win. So when you are landing, don't rush it. Stay airborne, keep yourself up for maybe 10 seconds, do a low 360 and look where people are landing. And the reason why I say that is because if you know where people are landing, you can see where the cars are, you can see where people are, of course, and you can kind of get the general idea of where people are going to loot next. It will make it easier for you to just drop down, grab your car, and grab whatever weapons around you, shotgun, SMG, whatever, and then you rush to where that player is. And you won't have to waste any time driving around all of Pleasant Valley waiting for someone to come out, because when you do that, when you land like way too fast and you're just driving around a populated area, you're gonna notice that you don't really see anyone, and that's because most people are still looting. But if you wait and you see where people are, you can kind of get an idea of where people are going to be looting, which houses they probably looted first, so you won't have to spend too much time waiting for people to come out of their houses or whatever. So it makes getting those quick few kills a lot faster. When you get a couple kills, especially before the first couple crates drop, it feels good. You get into your kind of like a zone, and it makes the game a lot easier. The more kills you can get at the start, the easier it will be near late game. And the reason I say that is because in late game is where you will find more people, because the circles are smaller. So if you're getting like 5-10 kills before the final, 30-20, where the circles are a lot smaller, you'll be able to play smart and play aggressive. Because if you don't get a lot of kills leading up to the final few circles or just late game, you're gonna feel like you have to press every single kid. And that will cause you to die because you're just not playing very smart, because you're trying to be extremely aggressive when you don't need to. So that is why getting those kills early on in the game is really beneficial. So when you're landing, take your time, see where people are, get down, grab your guns, grab your armor real quick, and just get over there, get those easy kills, and then continue on with your game. So next thing I'm going to talk about is playstyle and guns. Now, people watch me and they think, okay, the only way I'm gonna get a high kill win is by using the combat shotgun or riot shotgun or something like that. And that's not true. There is no meta in this game right now at all. There is no gun in this game that is overpowered. But what I can say is that every single gun in this game, of course besides the pistols, can be used in late game if you are comfortable with it. Some people don't even like shotguns though, but they can take the Hellfire, they can take the C&Q into late game and catch a win. Some people hate the M1 SOCOM and the scout rifles, but there are other people who can take those into late game and just completely destroy you with it. Some people don't like the AK, and there are other people who are very good with it. Some people don't like the AR-15, and some people are very good with it. So it all comes down to what you're comfortable with. For me, I use combat because it's fast, it complements my playstyle, and it just works. It just works. Like, I'm a fast player, I have fast reaction time, and the combat shotgun just complements that to a T. But if I need to use another gun, I'm not gonna have a problem with it, and people know that, judging by my gameplay that I put out. So it just really depends on what you like. For me, I prefer the KH over the LMG, while everyone knows that the LMG just shreds over the KH. But if I go against someone using the LMG and I'm using my KH, most of the time I'm gonna win with my KH. and that's just because I'm comfortable with that gun. So no gun in this game is overpowered, and if you're comfortable with any gun, it can be taken into late game and it can be used effectively. You just gotta know what the weaknesses and the strengths are of every gun that you use. And when you're comfortable with that, you will never have a problem with any gun. So keep that in mind. The reason I say this is because not only will this help you win a lot more gunfights, of course, because you'll be more comfortable, but it'll make you a faster player in general. If you know what you're looking for, you won't spend a lot of time looting. So if I'm going for a green crate, I know that I'm going for the combat shotgun and nothing else. So if I don't find it, the moment I open it, I don't see that shotgun ammo, I get back my car and I continue to the next crate. And that works all through the game. If I'm going for the purple crate and I want the KH and I don't find it, then oh well. But if I happen to find the KH in the military crate, then I know that I can spend more time fighting at the crates instead of trying to loot it really fast and take my time and just let a bunch of other players come so I can just rack up those kills. Or I can prioritize something else like armor or some shit, which is going to lead me to my next point, which is armor. Now your armor is your best friend in this game and you want to keep it up as much as possible because in late game, this is going to be a big game changer for you. Now, it's not easy to keep it up, obviously, because you are entering a lot of fights, especially if you are playing really aggressive. You're going to end up in a lot of fights and your armor is going to break naturally. There are some ways that will help you have more armor or keep your armor up. Now, one thing that I do, and this works really well in mid to late game. So if I go for a purple crate or actually, you know what? It doesn't matter. If I go for any crate and I drop my makeshift armor for a laminate chest and then I leave 10-20 seconds later, I get into a fight. He takes my armor off. Now, most people will just continue on the game like, fuck, I lost my armor, GG's, and that's bad. If you know that you just dropped the makeshift armor or whatever armor, you can go right back to where you dropped that makeshift armor and pick it back up. You don't have to waste time going to look for another one. A lot of people do that and you don't have to. You just gotta remember where you dropped it. Like, so when you open a crate, open your map and just mentally note down where you just were. So if you get into a fight, you can come back and just look at the ground and find where your makeshift armor is if you lose your other armor. So that's one way that you can kind of keep it up. But another way, if you're going through the game, you're just driving around, the campsites tend to have a lot of makeshift armors, like from what I've seen, and they're easy to loot. You don't have to go running through houses and, you know, cabins and all the other shit. Just drive through campsites, slow down, see if you see one. If you don't, just keep going. And a lot of times they tend to have it because they're not properly looted. Most players drop in the cities and, you know, they drop in the stores and stuff like that. So campsites tend to have some decent loot even in late game. So try and keep out for those, or look out for those makeshift armors, because that will make a big impact. So last thing I'm going to talk about is handling the late game. Now, a lot of people tend to choke when they're handling the late game because they don't really know how to position themselves, or they don't really know what to do. They get stressed out because maybe they're at 17 kills and they want to hit that 20 bomb real quick or some shit like that, right? So they overexert and then they kind of die. So that's what I'm going to talk about. So when you're coming to the late game, what you don't want to do, like, you do want to get those kills. You want to kill as much people as you can, but you don't want to overdo it. Like, if the circle's closing on like an area where there's a lot of houses or cabins or some shit, right? And you see someone in the cabin camping, don't push him. Like, it's not a good idea. Even if you want that kill, like, the best way to get a player out of a camp spot is by using the frag grenades, the gas grenades, or if you feel like you just have to push him, like, use a smoke grenade, cover yourself as you go in. You can cover your sounds as well. That's why smoke grenade is really good. It hides your movement noise and also hides you. So you can force someone out, or you can strategically push yourself in, but I don't recommend just pushing into someone that you know is camping in the corner of his cabin. You don't want to have a really good game and then lose to someone that is literally just camping in a corner after just downloading the game like 10 minutes ago. So don't do that. But besides that, you want to get yourself in the best situation possible. You want to try and figure out where everyone is. Don't just push yourself out into the open and not know where everyone is. Like, if you hear people fighting, go towards it, but make sure you don't just push on the first person you see because you see them fighting someone else. Make sure that you know who they're shooting at, because the moment you do that, you might just get sniped by the kid that was originally shooting him in the first place. You might not know who he's shooting at, and then you might get yourself killed. So pay attention to where everyone is. Get good position, and try to keep yourself, I wouldn't say keep yourself in the middle of the circle, but don't put yourself to the point where every circle you're going to have to move. Because you want to be in a situation where you can see if everyone is moving into the circle versus you having to be the one that's pushing in and not knowing where people are, if they're camping or laying in the grass or something like that. So keep that in mind. Use the trees for cover if you need to. Don't, like, there's nothing wrong with using a car late game. Like, there really isn't. Like, I still use late game. I don't care if people know where I am. But if you want to keep people from killing you, because again, I do this because I'm kind of confident I'll kill everyone regardless. But don't be too reliant on your car, because your car will be your dead giveaway. So if you do use your car late game, you hop out on someone and kill them, you are giving away to everyone in the circle that is where you are, because all they have to do is look for your car. So keep that in mind. When you use all these tips and tricks that I told you guys will get a lot more wins. Like, you just really got to play smart, be confident when you're playing, dude. When you're pushing someone, just push them, dude. Don't get shook by some kids, dude, because that's just how you die. So I hope this helped you guys out. If there's anything I missed, anything I want to know or whatever, let me know. I do have my sensitivity video in the description below. I made it twice actually, but I do have my most updated one in the link in the description below. So go check that out if you want to know my settings. Also, for people who wonder about why my game is so colorful, you guys can look in the description below as well. It's just me changing my saturation and shit. It's a good idea, but sometimes it might screw you over because of how green the gas will be, as you guys can probably see from my gameplay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like. Let me know what you think. Let me know if this helps you out. Let me know how you guys are doing with the update. Do you like it? Are you guys getting those wins? And yeah, that's about it, man. I'm out. Peace.